Alright there, hello there my epic Fortnite gamers, welcome back to another fucking video. Today I'm actually going to be trying to teach you guys on how exactly to do the Rift Slayer, the Vampire Slayer. Now Vampire Slayer is honestly really easy until you get to the higher levels, then it gets more complicated and you have to use more brain power, which not even I fucking have sometimes. So without further ado, I'm not gonna hold you guys in this intro for too long. By the way, I do have a Discord, so please join that shit up. You can see my fucking daily schedule of my uploads. Alright then guys, so first off you need to go yourself to the Rift. If you don't have the Rift unlocked, then you're gonna have to do a lot of shit. Especially if you don't have the Vamp Slayer quest sign unlocked, you have to go through a lot of quests. And also the minimum requirements are shown on screen for Vamp Slayer, and this is just to do, I guess, maybe T1 and T2 Vamp Slayer. So if you do not have these items, I do recommend grinding first, you know, get yourself ready, get some motes, get some living hearts, get some, you know, everything. Just get yourself ready and prepare yourself, because the Rift Slayer is, because the Vampire Slayer is a little odd and it's a bit of a struggle. So now we'll actually get into it. Alright, so for actually getting to the Vamp Slayer area, you need to have the Stillgore Chataeu. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but you need to get there to unlock the place. And essentially here is where you actually find the mobs you need to kill to summon the Vamp Slayer. So the audio was somehow removed from the video. I'm not sure exactly why, but from now on I'm going to be using a script so that I have a better time explaining this due to my horrible memory and my stutter and my struggle to actually think very quickly. So starting off, here are the items I am using for these slayers. I am using a silver twist karambit, aspect of the leech, a juicy healing melon, steak, and a holy ice, and that is all you really need for the slayer. And you don't even really need the aspect of the leech. I just use it for quick turnarounds and such, which I will be explaining later on and showing you what I mean. My armor set is a tier 2 anti-bite scarf, orange chest plate, leggings of the coven, and snake bite boots. Now here are the mobs you will actually be grinding in order to actually get the combat XP to summon the Vamp, the Riftstalker Bloodfiend. Now the mobs you need to be killing are thralls and fledglings. Now the thing about thralls is that they actually make money because they drop these things called vampiric melons. Now with these vampiric melons, in their current state, just by default, they're pretty bad. They don't really sell that much for motes, but if you turn it into the enchanted vampiric melon, then you can actually sell these melons to the motes grubber for 21,000 motes per, which honestly is really good. I mean, I would definitely try doing it as a money making method, and in the future I will be actually possibly making a money making method video for the Rift, and so check out for that. Make sure to look out for that video if it is created. Otherwise, check out my other content. But anyways, we're going to get right into the first Rift Slayer. So here we are about to summon the first tier of the vampire, and as you can tell already, it has an ability that can make it fly around. It's a vampire. It turns itself into a bat, and then it usually goes right behind you, to the side of you. It'll go in any direction really, except I believe behind itself. Like, it will not do a whole backflip. It will only go in front of itself or to the left or right. So that's why I recommend playing in F5 or toggle perspective, because if you do, then you can actually just, you know, do a whole little flick to right exactly where it is. And as you can see here, this is where we have what I like to call the circle. Now with the circle, you need to go directly into the green spots and stay there. Do not get out of that green spot, or you will take a hefty amount of damage, which I believe is about 2 or 4 hearts. So just try your best to stay in the circle, and if you think you're too far away, then use your aspect of the leeches, which is why I usually have one. Now after that is done, you can keep attacking it again, and then after you see bold text on it, you can stake it. Now let me tell you about the stake. The stake is an item where if you can kill any vampiric mob when it is below or at 20% HP, which basically allows you to one-hit it. The stake is a one-hit at 20% and below. And the way to tell without mods to see if this mob is ready to be staked is by looking at its name tag. The name tag has bold text and it will also have a little icon that shows you that you can stake it. So always make sure you have your stake ready in hand. So right quick, I would just like to say that you see how this person is summoning or has summoned a Riftstalker Bloodfiend. If you see someone that has summoned their own Vamp Slayer, then please go somewhere else. Do not start one near them because it will conflict with the whole circle ability and you will be confused and they will be confused and you both will die, or one of you will die if one is lucky enough. So please just be mindful of others and be respectful to everyone on Skyblock. Now, as you can already tell, there is a new ability from the Vamp Slayer. It is called Twin Claws. Twin Claws is an ability where it will essentially throw, I guess, Claw at you. I'm not exactly sure, but all I know is that it will throw something at you and it will take a good chunk of your HP. So to prevent it from happening, what you need to do is you need to attack. Once you see so there's two ways to do it. If you decide to play on something like, if you play on a client like Batlion or Lunar, then you will not have this ability. So if for my Sky client and other Forge players, essentially there will be a mod in Sky Tales where you will have a little alert in the middle of your screen just spams Twin Claws. And so what I like to do is I like to wait 1 second, just 1 second, sometimes not even that 1 second, only depends on where I'm at. If I'm really close to it, I wait about 1 second and then I do my Holy Ice. But if I'm like a medium amount of distance where I can't dodge it, it can still hit me, I will not wait 1 second, I'll just wait to see it and then I'll use my Holy Ice. Alright, so we're going to actually get a replay on that because there's something I need to explain here. Now, here you can see that the Riftstalker Bloodfiend has summoned 2 or 3 mobs called the Clotgoyles. Now, these Clotgoyles will reduce their players' maximum hearts by 1 with each of one of them that exist. So if there's 4 of them, 4 hearts will be taken from you, 6 of them, 6 hearts will be taken from you, and yeah. The Riftstalker Bloodfiend Stonewrath. Now what the Stonewrath does is that there's going to be a couple of heads that you probably won't be able to see most of the time on the ground, because I didn't see it this time. And essentially you need to see where these blocks are like going up and down, they're like bubbling. You need to make sure that the Riftstalker goes there, because the Riftstalker will dash into that bloodstain or that Stonewrath. And yeah. Alright, so here I am actually on 1.21.1, but I'll get into that in a bit later. But here I am actually fighting a Riftstalker Bloodfiend tier 4. Now here's the entire fight of the tier 4. It is honestly a bit of a struggle. You will need quite a bit of mana. I do recommend the setup I have on, which I had talked about earlier, because you will need a lot of mana for this, because you will be holy icing, you will be healing. The healing mana already is 60 mana and the holy ice is 20 mana, and the tier 4 summons Twin Claws about every 5 or 10 seconds, I believe. I am not exactly too sure, but it's pretty frequent. It has a pretty consistent spawn ability. Also, if you haven't noticed, there's a ability called Impel, which I actually forgot to mention about. Impel is an ability where you need to do things like look up and then click, look down, click, look, sneak, jump, and if you do not do this, then Impel will actually take damage from you. And in the tier 4, you will be forced to do Impel during the circle abilities, and after the first circle ability, from there on, the entire fight you will have to impel. So let's say that you're mid DPSing the boss, then it will probably say something like look up and click. Then you have to look up and click, and don't worry, you won't take that much damage. Especially if Twin Claws is being summoned on you, then just Holy Ice, look up, and then click. And sometimes, because these bosses are ping based, you will have to like spam click up, down, or hold down shift, or keep jumping. And for the circle as well, you may have to you may get screwed over by ping. So people that have lower ping will have the advantages on these bosses. Now in this clip, actually what had happened was someone helped me out and staked my boss for me, and which was very nice of them, which you will see later. But also another thing is that there's a new ability, which is, I don't know exactly what it's called, but there will be a tower that spawns. I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but I think it is called Boom. I'm not too sure, but that's the name tag on it. Now with Boom, all you really need to do is just left click and right click, spam it. Just spam left click and right click on it until it goes all the way down. Now I recommend doing it directly at the bottom or at the first head, because if you do it at the top and then down, it will be a bit harder, because then you have to keep moving your mouse down. It's like as if you're fucking playing some Valorant trying to control your recoil spray. But after that, you've killed a fucking Riftstalker Bloodfiend. Good job.
Bitch, I bet you want this check, but I bought me a jet, and I'm still depressed. And if this flow is not your tone, take your sorry white ass on home.